complete tonight.
Two veterans talk overlanding. Question for today is, what's unique about overlanding in the northeast part of the United States? I'm with CJ from CJ Outdoors, and we're going to talk about how overlanding in the east is different than it is other places.
Well, for starters, we definitely have a tighter terrain. Like behind us is it's very mountainous, and even on our approach up here, we have a creek behind us, and how that creek cuts through the terrain, it gives us sharp drop-offs along the road on the way up. So it keeps our area of play very narrow compared to you folks out west that have a whole desert to range over.
Well, I'm from Texas, out west, and the thing that strikes me is that the east, especially along the coast, is very developed. And there's a lot of private property and not so much BLM land or DEC land or state forest. They're here, but they're not as big, and they're not as open to vehicles.
Yes, and one of the biggest problems too, especially in the New York metro area, is we have to travel so far to find these lands, these state properties, and hope that they're not overran by other people trying to do the same thing, especially during this time right now. Everybody just wants to get out and go hiking, and certain locations are being closed right now because they're being overran.
This is my first trip to this area. We're in upstate New York near Middleburg on some DEC land in a dispersed camping area. It's very nice. We found a great campsite and there's nobody around, but it took 4 hours to get here. And so the travel time is a factor.
Travel time is definitely a factor. You got to figure in fuel. Like my truck in itself, she's a gas guzzler. I fueled up about 2 times on the way up here today. You fueled up what, twice? Well, so just to top off the tanks to make it up, make it up here. And tolls, right? We're paying to cross over bridges, and
I hadn't thought about that, but much of the road getting here was toll road. There were several tolls involved.
Exactly. We're passing through through several barriers just to get up here.
Leave in the comments what your favorite areas are to overland, and what they're like in terms of traffic and travel time. What are your favorite areas?
Well, I'm pretty much stuck to the northeast area. I would love to get out to the desert. I would love to roll around out there, and just to have clear open skies. I love having the trees above me, but then again, being able to see for miles around, that would definitely be something to behold.
There's a little of both in my favorite areas. Growing up, I did a lot of driving and off-roading and camping in New Mexico and Colorado. You can see those on YouTube very easily, what it's like out there.
Yeah.
In particular, you can Google the Golden Rockies Trail from Lifestyle Overland. That's a very good representation of the New Mexico mountains where we used to do all that. And so that was some of my favorite areas, because you could have it all. You could have the desert and the open areas. There's historic areas with the Pueblos and the cliff dwellers, all that sort of thing out there. Plus, honest to God, Rocky Mountains, big pine trees, cliffs, drop-offs, rivers, lakes, it's all there.
Also, like Utah looks pretty neat. You could have the desert in the south, and you go up in the mountains, and you could be 70-degree weather, and then you have snow. And I always thought that that's pretty neat. A follower of mine just recently went on a trip, and you can see she's walking around in snow, and it's about 60 degrees out, but she's up in the mountains. That looked incredible, and that's something I love to do. I love being in the snow.
Let's close out with, what is your favorite aspect of overlanding? Why do you do this?
Peace, quiet, and completely away from everything and everybody. You're truly on your own. God forbid anything happens right now, it's up to us to make it out of here. And it definitely gives it the true spirit of adventure.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments or questions below, and we will see you again outside.
Take it easy, guys.